So we should be good to go, Jeannie.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. Um, Presenting today on behalf of Miami Dade College, Wolfson Campus. My name is Jenny Canet, and my partner, Dr. Beatrice Gonzalez, is not able to be with us this morning, but I'll be going through our presentation for you and talking to you a little bit about what our goal was throughout this year. One of the things that we had planned over the last several years on Miami-Dade College is strategic goals for improving several areas, enhancing several areas, and one of them was educational quality. And educational quality, of course, is comprised of several different practices, but they all fall under the umbrella of increasing innovation in teaching and learning. And so what we wanted to do, and again, I apologize for the way that the letters moved. I did go into the practice room. I made adjustments, but I think my adjustments may have undone the originals. What we did was we went in and sort of examined what were the areas of a student's life that we could really enhance through our academic support center. I am the chairperson of the English and Communication Department, and we oversee the Learning Spot, and within the Learning Spot is the Reading and Writing Center. So we wanted to look at faculty, curriculum, what data we could gather to improve our services, how we can incorporate technology, how we can collaborate with student services, and how we can encourage the staff to be able to contribute to all of this. And so what we did was we narrowed down to specific outreach initiatives, specific curriculum development initiatives, staff development trainings, which was a very important part of being able to really create these exemplary practice. The student services collaboration and articulation beyond Miami-Dade, either the incoming students or the outgoing students into higher education institutions. And of course, we cannot have any really exemplary practice these days without some use of technology, and we want to be data driven as we decide make those decisions. So we have several areas, and I'm just going to focus on one for each. We wanted to look for faculty. We wanted to enhance their experience with our center by going to them, starting with going to their classes for presentations. When we start every semester, we go in and we ask the faculty if they want us to go in and talk to their students about our center. And we've had some wonderful responses. Reaching that many faculty, though, especially in a large institution, one of the things that you have to do is you have to be very strategic. And so we developed some strategies to be able to reach every faculty member on campus. We started primarily with the English and Communication faculty, and then we went forward to Gordon Rule faculty. We also went to the faculty not only with presentations, but what workshops that we can customize for them. And we reached out to them by asking each tutor to take on a set of faculty that they were responsible for initiating contact, basically a go-to person for that faculty member. And that's really helped us a lot to be able to enhance our contact and really know what the faculty need for us to be able to serve the student. And we don't limit it to campus. We want to make sure that we invite all faculty college-wide. If there's some way that we can serve through the use of our center, that they join us. We also really wanted to concentrate on curriculum development. And one of the things that we wanted to do with that was first to be aware, again, how can we serve as many faculty as possible. So we developed a OneNote notebook that allows us to be able to take in syllabi from faculty that are willing to share it with us so that we can then customize our tutoring for students that come in for help with assignments from those faculty. Again, we started primarily with the English and Communication faculty, and then we went ahead and we narrowed down, and we expanded to multiple areas. We also wanted to go to where the students were more, and so what we did there was to be able to know more than what the students needed than just the ones that were finding their way to us. So we developed different pop-up tables. We studied the class master reports of where classes are scheduled. Again, the heaviest concentration of composition classes, Gordon Rule classes, and we would set up a table for drop-in. Students that were on their way to class that either wanted more information about our center or maybe just wanted to sit with a tutor for 15 minutes and get some feedback. This is, again, has been really successful in having students meet us, know us, and then feel comfortable coming to our center more, which again, when they come to our center, besides the one-on-one tutoring, we wanted to offer them something further. I mentioned this earlier with the faculty, that if they wanted us to design a workshop for them, we certainly would, but we also wanted to have a set of workshops based on what we were hearing from the students that they needed the most work with, and we set up different workshops that they could attend in addition to the one-on-one tutoring. We also wanted them to know who was working with them, and especially faculty and students who they know there's a center, but we wanted them to know the incredible quality of our staff, our amazing tutors, what they have to offer. And so we've been putting out a tutor brochure, a center brochure really, which features the tutors, their backgrounds, their specialty, and different services that we provide and what we can do to be of service to the students. So in order to ensure consistency, then we had to make sure that the staff was well trained, and that again that we were clear on what the students needed and what we can do to best provide service to them. And so we sat down throughout the year and we kept revisiting this manual. We went through every process and procedure along with screenshots of different things that the tutors would run into, whether it's our philosophy of the center and our expectations of how they would assess the student, and again, how they would report that or how they would proceed through a tutoring session. And that's been really successful. But it's not just the tutors. We also wanted the staff in the center to, again, work in conjunction well with the tutors. And so, again, we had specific responsibilities that we have the front desk clerks work with the tutors on it back and forth. So, that, again, the student experience is seamless. And that, again, has been really wonderful. Our best contribution to that, of course, is the experience of the staff and tutors. So they were part of this process in developing that. So an area of sort of untapped richness for us was working with several student services offices. We found that there were different sets of offices that really at different times there were different components of reading and writing that we could support. And so one of the things that we started with was the New Student Center. We worked on the high school feeder pattern schools coming in for SAT workshops or PERT prep workshops for the incoming dual enrollment students. We were also a stop on the tour for the New Student Center when the orientations happen. We also wanted to reach out to our specialty areas on campus like the Honors College. We have a lot of students that are trying to transfer into really challenging and competitive higher education institutions. And so again, we offer workshops specifically for them. We designed it with the Honors College, and with Financial Aid Office, we designed a transfer essay workshop, which again, a lot of students who need help with, along with the scholarship essay workshop, because again, this is the area that they want to apply for, they want to get in, but they feel a little insecure. And again, we can sort of shore them up with our tutor assisting those offices. And again, we work together to make that happen. We also reached out to most common university of transfer for us is Florida International University in Miami. And so we reached out to them and worked with them to create a transfer workshop that again helped the students who were working on transferring to that institution, and again, any reading and writing support that they needed. One of our really greatest areas of expansion has been the use of technology. We first wanted to make sure that we were taking in information about our students so that we could learn better who we're serving, and then how can we revise our strategies to serve them better. And so we have a OneNote notebook in which after every session, our tutors, and this is part of our training manual, again, the tutors and the managers, again, work together to design this, where they have a detailed report of what they did, but also based on their assessment, what skills can the student use further practice with. So again, the student is not just coming to us for assistance with a single assignment, but rather coming in regularly to practice on these skills. And the next tutor, should the student see a different tutor, would be able to then read what those previous sessions are like, and again, where the student left off in their skill development. We also piloted a new program. This is one of the most exciting features for us, is the online tutoring. This system, WC Online, allows us to create not only face-to-face appointments, but online appointments. And so when the student requests an online appointment, in this appointment file here, it allows them to attach any document they wish, multiple if they choose, including the assignment directions, for example. And prior to the session, the tutor goes in and gives feedback to that document using Adobe Acrobat. And so they give these comments and upload their feedback to the comment section, and then the student goes in and meets the tutor in a chat room. And then they have, very much like we're doing now, they have either a face-to-face session this way, or they do it through written chat or with a whiteboard. Post those sessions, though, we also want to know how the students are doing. And so what we've done is create a survey of students who have gone through our online tutoring sessions so that we're aware of their experience and, again, how can we improve. So all of those strategies together was working to create our larger initiative of using innovation to increase this educational quality. And for us, we had a really great experience with it. We had a lot of fun, and we did see really great results. We started implementing these changes in what we would call spring 2019, which is January of 2019. We did the planning in fall of 2018, but we started implementing, and we saw already a 98% increase from the year before. By using all of these strategies in conjunction with each other. And then the summer, we saw an additional increase, 33%. And then by the fall, we were getting a lot of regular attendance, a lot of regular participation, and we've had a lot of feedback during the multiple months to be able to do more. So we really have been encouraged by the increase in attendance, and we also have had some great feedback from the students themselves. We've had a lot of commentary from students of different tutors, of the center, of the program. One of my favorites, of course, is Dana is a gem. I like when they include the pictures in their commentary, as students tend to do. And we also found that they appreciate the knowledge, the effort, and the personalized attention. But it's not just students who are appreciative. We also have faculty who have told us how much they appreciate us reaching out to them, how much they want to work with us ahead. And so we're really looking forward to further feedback and more opportunities to be able to create some further initiatives. Thank you very much for your time. I think I'm a little bit short, but if you have any questions, I welcome them. And if you're in Miami anytime, do come visit us.
All right, thank you very much. It looks like we have one question so far. So Kendra's asking, what technology program did you use for the online sessions?
WC Online is the program. It functions as a scheduler, but also it has components for online sessions, such as audio, video capable, video capability, whiteboard, etc.
Excellent.
We have reviewed several. Zoom is one we're examining. One of the reasons we used WC Online is because the center already was paying for it for scheduling. We examined it further for other capabilities and decided to test it out. It has served us well. The financial aid sessions are part of a financial aid orientation. We do a presentation as part of their event, and then students come to the center. They can then schedule their drafting time online if they wish. We wish we did. I'm working on it. We have about 6 to 7, we have 7 We have 7 tutors. Tutors and 2 supervisors. And myself. And very fortunate as they are very driven and dedicated.
So I have a question. Well, we have a little bit of time left. So with the pop-up tutor spots, how did you advertise that, or did you? And
Oh, yes.
did you get like students that just kind of walked up and was like, "What are you guys doing here?" Were they confused, or did they kind of get it?
Absolutely. Uh-oh. Information tables. What we did was work on signage. We reached out to faculty to share with students. The table also had to be set up to advertise what it was for. We marketed to the faculty who were inside the classrooms before class as well.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but I know that you can hear me and talking
No, that's fine.
I'm talking in typing slowness.
Yeah, you can answer the questions. We're still recording, so you can answer them out loud if you don't feel like typing them. We just did the typing in case we ran over time.
Okay. Smart Thinking is a program that we have on campus. It's one that we use for MDC Online. So every virtual college student who participates with MDC Online does have access to it. Through Learning Resources, the students can get Smart Thinking if they request it. Through Learning Resources, they can get access to that as well. One of the things that we found with our online tutoring, which we've had really great success with, it's one of my favorite things that we've been doing, is that the students, it's almost like a training wheels for students for the Smart Thinking. Because the tutors that they're doing the online session with is the same person that they can come in and see tomorrow, they seem to be much more comfortable. It's not just going online and talking to a stranger for their session. And so we find students that will come in for an in-person session and then subsequently do online sessions because it's more convenient. We also have had students who tried an online session and then followed up in person. So Smart Thinking is fantastic. It is definitely much more sophisticated than the WC Online. WC Online is just a whiteboard, a chat room, and a video interface, audiovisual interface. Smart Thinking is beautiful and has a much more comprehensive, bigger process, but it also costs a lot more.
All right, I think we have time for one more question if anybody has anything.
Okay, well, thank you guys very much for your time and attention.
Thank you very much for presenting.